Yo, what's good, fam? We're back with another vid. Popular request, actually. Oh, actually not. What am I talking about? I don't get requests to make any of these. But popular debate. Now, I want to do some research on this because I saw a lot of context going around. People trying to bring up like Mighty or Shadow or whatever, and I'm gonna keep that in mind. Like, that's not what I'm exploring today. Now, today we're gonna be doing popular debate. Who is stronger between the two, Knuckles or Mighty? I think we all know the history of each character. If not, I'm just gonna do a little intro for both of them, just so you know a general idea of what they're about. But first things first, I kind of want to address the hate going around in the Sonic community towards certain characters. Like, people have been talking trash. I'm like, bro, if you got some hate, then like, I mean, I can't stop you from hating that character, but like, spreading it across the internet, that's not good for your health, bro. Like, especially against Mighty, bro. Like, this dude literally had not been in like a major Sonic game in nearly 10 years. He hasn't even been doing anything. He's a chill guy. I'm not sure like why people hate him. He's literally done nothing. So if you just hate on Mighty, then like, you probably just hate on him because other people like the character. So like, you got some problems getting to work on. And same with the other characters, Shadow, Knuckles. They don't deserve the hate. Like, they're just doing their thing, bro. I mean, some characters deserve more hate than others, but Mighty is one of those characters that deserves literally like zero hate because he's literally done nothing. So just want to address that. Can't stop people from hating things, but just try to not spread it across the internet. Preach. Anyways, let's get back into it. What we here for today: who is physically stronger, Knuckles or Mighty? Just wanted to clarify that we're going on physicality, not in terms of combat strength. And we're not really doing like Knuckles versus Mighty in a fight. I mean, I might touch on that later, but like right now we're just trying to determine who's physically stronger between the two. Yo, on a side note, if I didn't mention it, the Mighty versus Shadow stuff, Shadow's winning that 100%. Like, there's no, I don't even know like who even decided the matchup, bro. I don't even know why there's like Shadow clearly wins that, so you guys kind of trolling or making up stuff for views. But hey, back to the vid. So yeah, how we're gonna figure out who's stronger between Knuckles and Mighty? We're gonna use context from the games, the Sonic Mini Adventures series on YouTube, and some information from Tails Tube. I did a bunch of research. Not gonna be using any information from the IDW comics, mainly because Mighty, I don't believe Mighty is even in there, so it wouldn't make sense to use that information to help Knuckles' case more than Mighty. I feel like they should be evaluated based on the same media that they are from. Now, that being said, let's hop into Mighty. Pause. Yo. Hold up. Restart. Rewind, bro. Let's go over Mighty's background. So, Mighty, character introduced in the Sega Sonic game, came out in like, I think 1993. He was trapped on the island. Crazy. He's crazy. That's crazy. Like, hear all this stuff about ST Island, bro. Mighty trapped on the island with Ray, Sonic. He's trying to escape from Eggman. And then the next game he was in was 1995 with Knuckles Chaotix. You can play as Mighty in both Sega Sonic and Knuckles Chaotix. And that's really like Mighty's, like, I would say like Mighty's more dominant role. Yeah, he was in Sonic Mania in 2017, or I should say Sonic Mania Plus, the DLC. But like, it was more like an addition, like an added. Like, I think Knuckles Chaotix is like one of his main roles. And yeah, I think he's only been in 3 games, so I'm just gonna cover Mighty first, and it's gonna be way quicker. But yeah, the Sega, shout out MIGHTYEEZY, bro. Free him, bro. He didn't do nothing. I don't know why you guys neglecting him. He's a lot of people say he's an interesting character, but like, look at it if it was reversed. If Knuckles was in Mighty place and Mighty was in Knuckles place, y'all would be saying the same thing about Knuckles. So like, I don't know what to say. Like, just free MIGHTYEEZY. So a little thing to know about Mighty. I made a whole video about him, like where Mighty at, case study. I can leave the link in the description. But it's a little thing to know about Mighty. The Armadillo, he was like kind of like a blueprint for Sonic. So like, they're kind of like, if you look at Knuckles Chaotix, his model is based on Sonic's whole like sprites and stuff from Sonic, I believe Sonic He's either 1 or 2, I forget. But yeah, he was basically gonna be the first Sonic, but they went the Sonic route. And yeah, Mighty, he's Armadillo. He has a very strong and durable hard shell, red and black. He's repping red and black since day 1 before Shadow. Yo, maybe that's why they're doing the comparisons, because they both red and black. But I mean, I don't know why anyone try to put them in a fight, bro. Shadow's winning that every single day. You can fight me on that, bro. Shadow's winning that 100% of the time. Let's not get it twisted. He's top 3 in the burst. Sorry about that. Yeah, Mighty, he's just a calm guy. So mainly a pacifist. Doesn't want to hurt nobody, but he's really strong. And a lot of people debated if he's more strong than Knuckles. So a little description of his strength that we got from the, what side is this? The Sonic fandom. So Sonic fandom basically like generalizes a bunch of information from other Sonic medias, just puts on a site. So take it as you will, but we'll be using that site today for a lot of our descriptions. So he is powerful enough to lift large rocks and hurdle them with ease, and even send him ready flying with a casual fist bump. Said to possess remarkable defensive power, Mighty's shell is shown to be quite durable. Not only can it protect him from his attacks and projectiles, but it's also tough enough to take an attack from Metal Sonic's claws without receiving damage. Also, by curling into a ball, he can use his hard shell to smash through enemies. So yeah, just a little introduction of like who Mighty is, and let's just hop over to Knuckles. So Knuckles, obviously, he's been here since the jump. I don't know when he was introduced, like, what was that, Sonic and Knuckles? 1994. 1994, we got it. So Knuckles, you know what he is. He on Team Sonic. He's really strong. He can glide with his hair. Don't ask me how, but he can do that. He's got sharp knuckles that can help pierce rocks and stuff, metal. He's really strong. Some descriptions, as Sonic is fast, he's as strong. So not really sure how that translates, but let's just read his description. If you want a little more introduction, like if you don't know who Knuckles is, you're probably new to Sonic. Like if you don't know who Knuckles is, why are you even watching this video? Like yo, like I don't even need to give Knuckles an introduction, really. Like I did put that in simple terms. Like Knuckles, he's one of the GOATs. Like he's been here since the jump, so everyone knows what Knuckles is about. I just gave a little longer description on Mighty because some people probably don't even know he exists.
Who in the hell is that?
Some description on Knuckles' strength. He possesses a lot of power. He is strong enough to pulverize massive boulders, punch through solid steel, and lift up objects several times his size and weight with ease. By comparison, Knuckles' strength is stated to be equal to Sonic's speed. Considering the Hedgehog's measured foot speed, which is known to surpass Mach 1, it would mean that Knuckles is capable of lifting over 100 metric tons. Another testament to Knuckles' strength is that just by punching the ground, he can create fissures and widespread tremors and even powerful volcanic eruptions. Additionally, he can punch with his fist or throw objects through the air with such force that they ignite from friction. He can launch punches with such force that they create explosions of enormous power, despite his main strength lying in his upper body. However, Knuckles' legs are quite powerful too, as he can jump several stories into the air from a standstill position. Alright, this dude's basically a Viltrumite. like bro, like the description is way more impressive compared to Mighty, because obviously Knuckles is like one of their more focused on characters in the whole Sonic franchise. So obviously he's gonna have a lot more stuff. He's been on like a ton more games than Mighty. I think Mighty's only been like 3. Knuckles has been like at least over like 50. I don't know. But also Knuckles possesses near maximized physical durability. Testimonies to this include him surviving a bomb exploding right in front of him through sheer toughness, and him going through the atmospheric entry and then landing on the ground unharmed. In addition, despite the force of the impacts his fists receive when punching out high forces, Knuckles is never fazed by the recoil, regardless of what he hits or how hard he's hitting it. Knuckles is also shown to have sharp reflexes and acrobatic skills, enough to let him do special tricks and movements while in midair, pull off various spinner type maneuvers at high speed, and grind along rails just as fast as Sonic while doing tricks and evading obstacles. So that whole description basically like just summarize how dope Knuckles is. We're still gonna get into his feats and stuff, but I think first we should dive into Mighty, since we did his introduction first, and he probably has less information that we need to cover, because this dude's barely in any games. Like, why is Sega, like, why are they still like disrespecting MIGHTYEEZY, bro? Like, he still has to show up in the Knuckles Chaotix case files. Like, he's from the Chaotix, bro. Like, I don't know why you guys continue to disrespect him, but like, yo, say MIGHTYEEZY, bring him back. I think the best way to categorize or be able to compare their strength, Mighty and Knuckles' strength, is through their feats. And we haven't seen a lot feats from Mighty, since he's barely in any type of media, barely in any games. I just went ahead and just took their like more impressive feats from each character instead of like giving a whole list, because then we'll just be rambling here all day and I got stuff to do.
Stop the cap.
Obviously, one of the more impressive ones, he tanks a hit from Metal Sonic. And this is more durability. I can get into that later. But this is more durability, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna count this as a feat of strength. It's more durability. Just tanks a hit from Metal Sonic, no damage in the Mania Adventures. So that was cool. He can lift and throw boulders and smash Metal Sonic with ease. Mania Adventures. He lightly, when he was trying to give Ray a fist bump in the Mania Adventures, he lightly taps him and sends him flying, which was completely accidental, but it shows that Mighty's raw power is insane. He barely even tried, and that still sent him flying. So it might be just show that Mighty base form, raw power is insane. Like, it's just way strong, or you just can't control it yet. But also to note, I'm only be comparing Mighty and Knuckles' strength and their base forms, because Super Emeralds, Chaos Emeralds, power scaling is just beyond insane. So I feel like to make it simple, just compare them base forms before we start going to like Dragon Ball power scaling, you know. Alright, so he was strong enough out of those hits to take on beat up Metal. I had to force Metal to put in an ultimatum for the Chaos Emerald, because Metal just wanted the Chaos Emerald. He just wanted to get that and dip so he can go back to Eggman. But the fact that Metal couldn't take it from Mighty at force just shows that there's gonna be high difficulty in beating Mighty at 1v1, which is a testament to his strength, since Metal Sonic is one of the strongest characters in the verse. I'll probably put him like, sure, I don't know, bro. He's probably top 5. Top 5 is a safe bet. I don't want to say top 3, because Sonic Shadow, obviously, number 1 and 2. But there's other characters in the series that could probably cook. But Metal, I think Metal is top 5, at least top 10. Top 10, 100%. But top 5, it's a stretch, but I'm not sure. And another feat from Mighty, punches Super Metal Sonic and sends him flying in Mania Adventures. So I powered up Super Metal Sonic and Mighty still punching him, sending him flying. So that's also showing his power scaling and strength. They don't have a lot of examples of Mighty showing his strength in the games. I believe in Mania, it just his main skill set is capitalizing on his durability of his shell, be able to bounce into spikes. But yeah, more of his skills in Mania is just showing durability. Knuckles Chaotix, I wouldn't say that anyone's really showing their strength. They all play pretty similar. I mean, he has that wall jump, but like, I guess his legs have to be pretty powerful for him to jump from wall to wall like that. So I guess that's a testament. Again, I can write that down. But and then the Sega Sonic, it's mainly just movement, lateral movement. The way the game's just set up and how you play it. Let me type this real quick. But yeah, that kind of just shows like what Mighty can do. The main feats that he's had, and it's not like a big resume because he hasn't been included in a lot of the Sonic adventures. But for him, and Mania Adventures helped a lot, just to show us like how strong he really is. So let's hop over to Knuckles and see what feats he got, because I know bro got a ton, 100%. So off the bat, some of the most insane feats, I had to like go to a server and like ask people as a community what you think Knuckles' top feats were, because he has so many. He's in so many games, so I was no way I was running through this whole list. I'm just gonna pick the most notable ones. Off the bat, one of the most notable feats of strength from Knuckles is him knocking Sonic out of the supersonic state with like one punch and base. So a lot of people argue that's not really like a form of physical strength. It's more him and his connection to like the Master Emerald, be able to sense chaos powers and have like manipulation and that sort of energy. I can definitely say that's valid. I definitely agree with that. So it wasn't completely all just power. It also has to have like a strong connection with the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emeralds. And Knuckles has a great connection with that, him being the guardian of the Master Emerald and just being around all the time. He probably has learned a lot more techniques, a lot of things like that. But I'm not gonna discredit the power completely, because there has to be some sort of strength for you to be able to punch Sonic out of his super form state. It can't all just be his connection to the Master Emerald. There's gotta be some sort of power. So I'm gonna say it's like a 50-50 split, but it's still an impressive feat that I had to put on the list. In Mania Adventures, he picks up Ray with one hand and launches him to the air, fairly easy. I mean, yeah, there's not really much to say. I mean, one hand throw, like, that's crazy. You picked up a whole nother body. Defeats Metal Badniks easily, so clean up the trash. Many Adventures. One punches Master Emerald, charge Metal Sonic out the building. One thing I want to say about that, I had to include on the list because I know people probably bring it up. But one thing I want to say about that is that Metal Sonic was mid-charge during the he was mid-charging up on the Master Emerald to take out them in the Mania Adventures, and it's clearly implied that Knuckles comes out of nowhere to punch him and Eggman out the building. Comedic effect. There's a lot of comedic effect in that, but it also demonstrates how strong Knuckles is. But in more context, Metal was literally off his guard. He was mid-charge, maybe almost done with the charging. But if he had saw that coming a mile away, he would have dodged that easily, because Metal Sonic is faster than Knuckles, no question. So I want to say this point doesn't like validate Knuckles' strength, but I wouldn't like lean on it too much because Metal was off his guard. Clearly, he was still in the mid phase of powering up, and Knuckles got him off guard and punched him out. But there is evidence that backs up Knuckles being strong enough to perform feats like this. So if we run it back to the glory days of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you have the option to play Knuckles campaign for the whole game. Like, I think once you beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I had that opportunity, but I lost that save. It was on a different computer. So I mean, I could try to get it back, but I don't want to run the whole game just to play Knuckles. But you could play as Knuckles, and one of his fights on Sky Sanctuary, he gets to fight Mecha Sonic, and Mecha Sonic was also powered up by the Master Emerald. So Knuckles being able to beat that guy in the 1v1, beat him in ISO. I'm not saying Mecha Sonic is as strong as Metal Sonic, but I think the whole point of this comparison is that Knuckles was able to fight people that are powered up by the Master Emerald and still be able to take him on and knock him out with his strength. Being powered up by the Master Emerald, I'm not sure there's levels to it. I'm not sure if you are going to be stronger than someone else or if it's like the same energy once you're powered up, but that feat in itself is still very impressive by Knuckles, and I think it further validates that if Metal Sonic happened to be powered up by the Master Emerald in the Mania Adventures and be on his guard, I still think Knuckles will be able to punch him and send him flying, kind of like how Mighty did when he punched Metal Sonic and sent him flying in super form. Keep in mind, Metal Sonic was on guard when Mighty punched him, but he was kind of entangled with Sonic, but I don't really want to get into the details. But focusing on Knuckles, I think 100% he would be able to punch Metal and send him flying if he was in the Master form. Other feats include other feats include smashing boulders. Pretty standard for Knuckles. Standard feat of strength in Sonic Frontiers Prologue Divergence. Smashing futuristic giant metal robots, Sonic Frontiers Prologue Divergence. Breaks off a cliff with one punch, that was pretty impressive in the Sonic Frontiers Prologue Divergence. Punching meteors in Sonic Adventure 2, and yeah, what I just talked about, beat the Master Emerald charged Mecha Sonic in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So as you can see, Knuckles has way more feats than Mighty, and I didn't even get into all of them. I just showed his most impressive ones, especially punching meteors. That's insane. Like, you know how strong those meteors gotta be. Like, you know how heavy those things gotta be. But anyways, Knuckles has a much more higher resume, much more established character in the franchise, as he should be. He was one of the main three back in the 90s, and yeah, that's really just showing their feats of strength. Gotta get to the main question of the video: who is physically stronger, Mighty or Knuckles? Really hard debate. Looking at both their descriptions of strength, both their feats, on paper, Knuckles is clearly the more stronger evidence to back up for him being stronger. He has way better feats, and he just has a lot more evidence of him displaying that power, displaying that strength. But I think, me personally, I think we can't just look at their amount of feats that they have and say, yeah, Knuckles is stronger than Mighty off rip. Because if you look at it on paper, Knuckles has a lot more feats than Mighty has. That doesn't say that Mighty can't perform the feats that Knuckles did. Like there's nothing that like discriminates that, or nothing that suggests that Mighty isn't as strong as Knuckles. Just because Knuckles has more feats, that doesn't mean Mighty's way stronger or way weaker or can't perform what Knuckles did. It's just Sega don't want to put him in games, so like how is he supposed to show how he's strong? like he's doing the best he can with the resume he got, bro. Like he got a McDonald's job or something. But he won't get no big time business. But yeah, I'm saying Knuckles have way more feats, but we shouldn't just use that as a way to say Knuckles is just stronger. Because a lot of the feats that Knuckles did, I'm sure Mighty can perform as well. Picking up Ray one hand and launching him, probably can do that too. Defeating Metal Badniks, easily. Mighty can probably do that too. One punch Metal Sonic out the building. That dude probably could have done that too, bro. Like, smashing boulders, punching futuristic giant metal robots, breaking off a cliff with one punch. All this, punching meteors even too. Like, beating Mecha Sonic, bro. Mighty probably could have done all these type of feats, but the fact that we don't see him in games, the fact that Sega doesn't want to give him a chance, we don't get to see that side of him. But yeah, that's my main point. Like we shouldn't use the amount of feats that they have to just say Knuckles stronger than Mighty, because a lot of these feats Mighty probably could have taken care of as well. So in terms of strength, we're gonna need to go another route to see who's physically stronger. After reading the evidence, after looking at some evidence of like what Mighty could do, here's what I think. Here's my conclusion. Obviously, everyone's gonna have their own opinion, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. But here's what I think. Off rip, after I see Mighty and Ray, and when he like slightly tapped Ray, he wasn't trying to hurt his friend. He was holding back, and he still went flying. I'm not sure Knuckles. I think Knuckles is way more experienced with his strength. He knows how to be able to channel his destructive power. So the fact that Mighty punched Ray and sent him flying a little bit, I'm not saying that. It could be there's two alternatives. One, he doesn't know how to fully control his power since he has so much of it. Or two, he's just that strong that even when he holds back, he's still sending you flying, bro. Like those fists are like deadly. So it could go either way. But in terms of determining like raw power, I gotta give it to Mighty, bro. Like in terms of lifting power, more raw power, I gotta give it to Mighty based off what we see in the Mania Adventures. It just seems like Mighty just has that immediate power when he needs it. Well, Knuckles, he's more tech. He's got more chaos tech. He's got more combat. He got more destructive power. He's a more experienced, seasoned fighter. So in terms of like physically stronger, I think it's really close. Just because Knuckles has a lot more feats, that doesn't mean Mighty's not gonna not be able to perform them. I think they're both around on equal levels of strength, but in terms of just raw strength, I really think Mighty's got it. I think Mighty's physically stronger than Knuckles, and more raw immediate strength is what Mighty is shown to have more of than Knuckles. Knuckles, he has those spikes in his knuckles, so it makes it way easier for him to destroy buildings, destroy metal robots, destroy boulders. I don't think it's as easy for Mighty to accomplish that compared to Knuckles, because Knuckles just has that attribute on his knuckles. Yeah, but yeah, Mighty, he could probably destroy all those things like Knuckles can, but probably not as effectively. It'll probably take him a few punches, but that's because he doesn't have those spikes on his knuckles. Knuckles has that, plus the strength he already has. So Knuckles is probably more effective at destroying things, while Mighty has that more stronger physicality, like in terms of like lifting power, or in terms of raw immediate power. He can just bring that out off the rip. And then Knuckles, he's more experienced, seasoned fighter. He's more combat directive. He has more tech, understanding of his chaos powers, so he can use that in a fight if he needs to. But in terms of physical raw power, raw strength, I'm going Mighty. There's not a lot of evidence that would put Knuckles and Mighty in a comparison, seeing who's stronger or who's what. But off what I've read from the feats, off of what I read or what I've seen from the Sonic Mania Adventures, I'm going with Mighty on this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you disagree. But there's also some evidence that I found upon going on the YouTube for Tails tube. I know this is not like a lot of evidence, but there's a clip and it shows Sonic kind of like mocking Knuckles, saying, "Oh, so you're saying Mighty's stronger than Knuckles?" And Knuckles dodges the question.
He can spin dash like you, but his shell's unbreakable. He can power through stuff that stops you in your tracks.
So would you say he's stronger than you?
Who's next on your list, Tails?
About answer the question.
So that suggests one of two things. Either one, he's unsure and just doesn't want to answer, or he feels uncomfortable about it. But what if Knuckles was dead, or if Knuckles was dead serious and knew who was stronger between the two, he would have just said himself if he was that confident in his power. But the fact that he wavering, the fact that he dodging the question, just shows that he's either unsure if he'd win that matchup, or unsure he's stronger than Mighty, or he knows Mighty's stronger than him. So at a minimum, it shows that Mighty and Knuckles are around this same level of strength. Put them in a contest that focuses on their physical strength, and you'll see who comes out on top. But I really got Mighty on this, bro. I got Mighty. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, that clip, Knuckles being unsure of that, shows at least they are on equal par. But yeah, let me know who you guys think is stronger. I know Knuckles has a lot more feats, but a lot of his feats, bro, I feel like Mighty can also perform. I feel like he can get those done as well. Punching Sonic out of the super state, probably not. I'm not sure if Mighty has a strong connection, I'm confident. I'm confident that Mighty does not have a stronger or even close connection to the Master Emerald or to the Chaos Emeralds compared to Knuckles. So him trying to punch Sonic out of his super state form with just his physical strength, don't think that's happening. Because I believe that Knuckles is able to do that not only because of his strength, but also his connection to the Master Emerald, connection to the Chaos Emeralds. That also has impact on that. That's why I feel like he's able to perform that. But if I'm wrong and it's just physical strength, 100% Mighty can punch him out of his super state. If Knuckles is doing it, Mighty can definitely do it. That's how I feel like they really just like I wish you guys could just see my hands, bro. Like they really just like on the same level, really. But it's just that close. It could go either way. But I really got Mighty on this one. Yeah, that being said, I kind of want to get a little too fun of this. I know the title of the video. Well, actually, no, I don't know yet. I'm still recording this. I'm gonna figure it out. But I kind of have an idea. But ever saying like who would win in a fight? Just have a little fun with it. Who would win in a fight? Knuckles or Mighty? That's when we go with the skill sets. That's when we go in with the what they can do. So let me hop back into Mighty. Bro, why do I keep saying that? Oh my. Alright, so his Mighty's moveset skills. He's got super speed, super strength, agility, hard shell. He can harness Chaos Emerald energy. He got a super transformation that we see in the Mania. He got moves. He got crouch, hammer drop, spin attack, spin dash, spin jump, wall kick. He can wall jump. And yeah, pretty simple basic stuff. But his foundation is what comes from his strength, his durability, and his shell. We saw that Metal was able to like slice it a little bit, or not slice it. He attacked it and it literally did nothing. And Metal is one of like the strongest characters in the verse, so it just shows that Mighty's durability is something else, and you're not gonna be able to take him out easily, 100%. Even drew Metal to a standstill. So Mighty's be able to combat with some of the strongest characters in base form, but when they start going super and stuff, he's cooked. I'm sorry. He's cooked. Now, some of Knuckles' moveset, he's got a ton here. Boost, drill, spin, boost mode. Ooh, breaststroke. Wait. Climb, crouch, gliding, dash, boost, dig, double punch, drill claw, drop dash, glide, infinite glide, gliding Knuckles attack. That sounds lame. Grind step, guard, hammer punch, homie attack, drill, spin attack, jump dash, kick dash. Yo, jump dash, kick dash, whip around and spin. And then we jump back, do it again. Yo, if you don't know about that, get on that. Maximum heat, Knuckles attack, power flash, punch attack, screwdriver, slide, spin attack, spin dash, spin jump, spiral upper, swim, tag action, thunder arrow.
Stop the
No,
cap.
that's not real. You don't have that. Trick action, uppercut, volcanic dunk. Yo, what are these names? Wall climb. If Mighty and Knuckles are going on 1v1, Knuckles is winning that. Like, it's gonna be high difficulty, 100%, because they both on equal strength. I think Mighty personally, I think Mighty's faster than Knuckles. He was supposed to be like the blueprint of Sonic, so the fact that Sonic's like the fastest in the verse, yes, he's faster than Shadow, bro. The fact that Mighty was gonna be, he's a blueprint of Sonic, he had to have some type of speed. So if Knuckles is the blueprint of Sonic, Sonic would just be strong and not fast. But I feel like Mighty is faster than Knuckles. He's more durable, 100%. And in terms of raw power, he got one up on Knuckles, bro. So it ain't gonna be an easy fight. It ain't gonna be an easy win for Knuckles. But I think what helps Knuckles taste this is that he has a strong connection to Chaos powers. I'm not saying, like, I'm talking about base form, obviously. I'm not talking about Super Knuckles. But the fact that he has a strong connection to Chaos might be able to help him in some ways, like send some attacks coming. I'm not sure how that works, but he's a lot more combat experience. He's a much more seasonal fighter. So I feel like Knuckles, in terms of experience of fighting, he's gonna find a way to overcome Mighty, because they're basically on equal levels of strength. Mighty just slightly being a little bit above him in raw power, but Knuckles, he's a more seasoned fighter. He's been in a lot more situations where he had to figure out a way, he had to adapt to the situation, figure out a way to come out on top. And he also just has a lot more in his bag. He can do a lot more things than what Mighty can, from what we've seen in the games and the media adventures. So if it turns in a fight, I'm going with Knuckles. He has a lot more in his bag. He can fly, or not fly, glide, but the terrain's gonna help him win a fight, and just his experience against fighting much more harder threats is gonna help him to be able to overcome Mighty's absurd power. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you think Knuckles is stronger than Mighty, or if Mighty's stronger than Knuckles, and let me know why. Let me know if there's any information that I missed, or anything that you agree or disagree with me in the comments. But yeah, I feel like this is interesting, kind of a different type of case study, more of power scaling. But a lot of people don't talk about Mighty. A lot of people forget that he's even a thing. But Mighty, he's one of those stronger characters. They just don't want to talk about him for some reason. They're just being weird. I don't know why. But yeah, stop all the hate. Mighty, save MIGHTYEEZY. Sega, release MIGHTYEEZY, bro. Like, he really didn't do nothing. Release MIGHTYEEZY. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. We are not hopping on Mighty, but let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.